We're going to show you step by step how to install a vinyl privacy fence just like this. We're first going to start by digging a hole where the fence is going to start. This is going to be where we put our first post. So here on Long Island, we dig our holes by hand. The guy with the post hole digger is going to start the hole and dig down as far as he could. And then once the dirt gets too compact for him to make progress, the guy with the bar is going to come in so that way he could shape the hole and loosen up the dirt. Then afterwards, the guy with the digger is going to step back in and continue digging the hole. For these fences here, we like to go about 3 feet deep per hole. Now, because we're installing right next to a patio, we put down some plastic here so that way we don't get a bunch of dirt all over the patio where this customer is going to sit and relax. We want to keep everything clean. Now our hole is finished and we are going to install the first post. The first post of your jobs will likely be an end post. That just means you have holes only on one side of the post. There's no other holes on this post. Now, if you're installing a full perimeter fence around a property, you'll have corner posts and line posts as well, but in this case we're just installing one section here, so we just have 2 end posts. So we're going to put our post in the hole now. Now, to install this post, we're going to start by surrounding it with dirt. We're going to hold the post plumb, get a substantial amount of dirt in there. Now we're going to tamp that dirt nice and compact, also while holding the post plumb. That tamped down dirt is going to hold the position of the post. It's going to hold it plumb, so that way we can then add the concrete. Now, we just mix this concrete here by hand. You don't need any fancy cement mixer, and we're just going to put a substantial amount of concrete around this post, and we want to make sure we get it all the way around the post so that way it is nice and secure. Now, after the concrete, we are just going to put on another thin layer of dirt. That way, if the customer decides to plant grass in the future, the grass will grow all the way around the post. And even if the customer doesn't plant grass, like in this case, you have a patio and then a deck right here, obviously we're not going to plant grass here. However, concrete footings around these posts don't look so nice and residential, so you always want to cover it with a thin layer of dirt. Now that our end post is installed, we are going to measure over the length of our section, and we are going to dig the next hole. Now we have this hole finished. We're now going to install the panel. We're simply going to insert it first into the post that we have installed right here next to the house. One thing I want to point out is that the rails are notched at the ends. So once you insert these rails into the post, they are going to lock in place. They won't slide out of the post. Perfect. So now the section is nice and locked into this post. This section is going to come with these straps going horizontally and vertically on the section. I like to install them with these on. That way everything is held together nicely and makes for a really simple installation. If you take these off, you'll have to insert all the parts individually, which just takes a little bit longer. Another thing is that if you're purchasing your sections from a high quality manufacturer, they should include a metal insert in the bottom rail. That is going to provide substantial strength to the bottom of the section and prevent it from sagging over time. It'll keep the fence straight. Now, we're going to put our next post in the hole here. Keep in mind that if we were installing an entire line of fence, we would have set a string line so that the fence is straight. In this case, since it's just one section, you don't really need it. So now, we're going to put the section into this post right here. Once you have the section pretty secure, you can cut off those straps. Once we have the section in place, now we're going to secure this post the same way that we secured this post. We're going to add dirt, tamp it down. So we have this post tamped into position. It is plumb, and now we are adding our concrete all the way around the post. Now we are just adding our layer of dirt on top of the concrete. Now we want to make sure the section is level on top. In this case, this post needs to be hit down a little bit. Now, I've talked about this in many of our tutorials, but it's better to set the post a little bit too high and hit it down after than to set it too deep and have to lift it up. Right now, when we're hitting it down, we're hitting it into really compact ground. So as the post goes deeper, it's actually getting a lot stronger. Now our section's been installed and we are on the most interesting step of this whole process. So make sure you stay tuned and you should consider subscribing to our channel. We post 2 new videos every week and you don't want to miss them. We are going to now glue the caps onto the post. I'm simply going to put some PVC glue on the inside of these caps. And then I'm going to pass it off to my friend here. He's going to do the same. And we're simply going to put it on the post just like this. Now it's probably crossed your mind throughout this video that, hey, this fence is brown, mine is white. It does not matter what color vinyl fence you have. We install these fences in brown like this, gray, beige, clay. Regardless of the color, the installation process will be the same for you. So this fence here is completely installed. It looks awesome. Now, for all you DIYers out there, if you're interested in seeing a vinyl fence installation around an entire perimeter of a house, check out the video right here. And if you want to learn how to install a wood fence, check out this video here. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful.